Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures, and it's your midday market minute. Happy Fed Day. The Fed is going to hold their policy decision, economic projections, etc. at 1 p.m. Central Time. Fed Chair Powell will follow with the press conference 30 minutes after. Now, with the markets, you have the equities, the S&P holding its overnight gains, at least so far. You have a big wave of resistance. Our first key resistance level, 25.66. We have one that's developing at 25.71, and then above there, 78, which is that big level from yesterday that it did not, it failed at. Ultimately, though, you're seeing the NASDAQ, which is leading, and that, law of round numbers, 6,600, stop that in its tracks for now. To the downside, we need to see construction. You don't want to see this thing sort of buyer's strikes that we've been seeing at the late or second half of the day come into place again here, especially after the Fed. We think the market should respond higher to a Fed being less hawkish or even dovish. Now, simply put, on the Morning Express today, we defined what we felt like would be a less hawkish Fed or a actual dovish Fed. Now, a less hawkish Fed could be beginning to be priced in, but we still think the equity market should see a little bit from there. Moving on to crude oil, somewhat of a neutral report just because it wasn't as bearish as yesterday's yesterday's API report. Really, it's just helping the market consolidate after yesterday's bloodbath. Cushing built about 1 million barrels. There's not a big change or no change on production side. So again, it's just consolidating on crude oil. If we see more of a risk-on move in markets broadly, crude should follow. And that's what we talked about in the Morning Express. However, rallies, they're going to be met with resistance in the 49 area, as well as 50 bucks is going to be a strong level to watch. To the downside, we do have our next major 3-star support in the 45s. So go check that out on the Morning Express. And then taking a look at the dollar and gold. Gold is trying to break out here. We need the Fed to confirm it. The dollar is weak. Gold, we do have some first key resistance. Check that out in the Morning Express. It's out there. And then the dollar, in the FX rundown last night, we talked about a long wave of support that it has to battle through, but really about 95.5 is where you need to see this thing close below to confirm a potential rollover. Now, not necessarily has to happen today, but on the week is what you want to see. Give us a call. We're here to help with anything on the board. Even if we don't talk about it here, we can help you with it. Give us a call, 312-278-0500. Email us info@bluelinefutures.com. You can check our website for updates, and you can sign up for a free trial of research there. But remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss, is not suitable for all investors. Thank you.